Hello, Ezemy one, and welcome to the prologue to Sudokovania 2, Lineage of Logic, which the s- the sequel to Sudokovania Digits of Despair, which was a massive multi-grid Metroidvania style Sudoku thing game, basically, built entirely in Sudoku Pad. It was very fun, very long, very difficult, and I've played it a couple times. The sequel, which should be coming out right about now, I think, if my timing is correct, on Logic Masters Germany. But there was a free prologue. Well, there was a prologue released before the full thing came out, so I will be solving that in anticipation of being able to play the full thing. So, which I will not be able to do until probably after the weekend, but I will definitely be recording my whole solve of it and maybe making videos out of it. We'll see. We'll see. Um, anyways, prologue. Empty house. 15 years ago, you were an only child raised on stories of Sudoku and other puzzles. Your family's tradition holds that your ancestor visited the mythical castle Sudokuvania, and you were excited to practice Sudoku with your father in the woods later. This is the day your skills were first truly put to the test. Rules. Fill each grid according to its rules. Dynamic fog. Entering a correct digit will clear fog from that cell and perhaps others. Dynamic rules. Additional rules will be displayed in this panel when certain cells are when certain cells are selected. This panel being the green panel, which displays additional information. Abridged rules are also displayed on the map itself. These rules are only valid if the selected cell is not covered by fog. For example, try selecting a cell in the tutorial text. So you would read all of this here. So if we click on tutorial, then it updates. I guess I should move a bit further out of the way. Maybe I should just move down here. I guess that's fine. I've set up all of the rules already, but you'll have to turn on large test large UI, which will let you um, pan and scroll to zoom. We don't have anything in our inventory, but we do have one grid. Grid A, designated by homestead. Your family home. You ought to tidy it up before leaving. It is a normal 6x6 Sudoku with 6 boxes, and it is partially obscured by fog. So right now we can really only work with what we can see. So let's just start doing Sudoku. There's a 5 here. There's the digits 1 and 2 here. There's a 3 here, which puts a 3 here, and a 4 there. And that reveals entering a correct digit clears fog from that cell and possibly others. So because there's a 1 revealed here, we can do these. These are 6, 3, and 4. There's a 1 here, which reveals a 6 here, which means there has to be a 2 here and a 1 here. These 3 cells, well, there's another 6 here. These are 4 and 5. These are also 4 and 5. These are 2 and 3. There has to be a 1 here. We have entered grid B. Forest. The forest is foggier than usual. Yeah, it's full of fog. And you can barely see the familiar trees. You continue to search for your father. And it is a 9 by 9 Sudoku. 6 is afraid of 7. Digit 6 is never the digit 6 is never orthogonally adjacent to the digit 7. A spooky forest. So this 4 puts a 5 here. These are 5 and 3. These are what? 6 and 2. These digits are let's see here. So because we know that this is a 9 by 9 Sudoku, we know that each of the boxes is 3 by 3. So that means this is a 3 by 3 box, but this is only a 2 by 3 box in the 6 by 6 Sudoku. So these three digits have to be 7, 8, and 9. There's a 2 here. Because you don't need to see the rules. We can see them all over here. Some digits may be in multiple overlapping grids. Digits can repeat if they're in different grids. So like, even though there's a 6 here, there could, for example, be a 6 here. Um, these digits are 3, 4, and 6. This one can't be a 6. This 2 sees this cell. So these are 3 and 2. This is 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, so we have 3, 4, 5. That puts a 6 here. There we go. And that means we have unlocked a new quest. The upper left corner contains your journal. All progress and rules are displayed here, but may initially be hidden by fog. Select any cell not covered by fog to display different information in the rules panel. Complete quest objectives by following quest lines. Right now we only have one type of quest line, which is a... is this a zipper? No, this is a palindrome. For each quest, there is exactly one associated line, so there's only one palindrome in the puzzle. Meet your father in the forest by following the path from your home. This quest line is a palindrome. The digits on it are read the same forwards and backwards. In other words, the sequence of digits extending from the center are the same in both directions. So that means from the center, which cannot be a 7, this has to be a 6, putting a 2 here. This is 3, 4, or 5. The next digit is a 6. Aha! And we have an enemy. Enemy cells and boss cells link to an outside puzzle, and you can solve. Link to an outside puzzle you can solve to learn the cell's digit. Boss puzzles are mandatory, but enemies puzzles can be skipped if you figure out the cell directly. So I will be solving. I think the way I'm going to do this is I will solve the enemy puzzles, but I will put them in a separate video in the little thingy in the top corner. You should see a little pop-up up here there. And if you want to watch me solve this enemy puzzle, you can watch it there. The next cell on the palindrome is a 2, and then a 1, and then a 6, a 5, and a 4. And there's one of the trees. A cage. Weird cage cell. A cage cell means there's a reward for filling it correctly. An icon in the cage's corner may indicate what the reward is. So this looks like it's going to be like a map or something. Right, and that's the quest line we discovered. So there has to be a 7 here or here. This has to be a 4 or a 5. There can't be a 7 here either, so this is a 7. In this box, the 7 has to go here. Putting the other 7 here, and another 7 here. Gonna be a 7 down here. Can't be a 3. Right, there's a 3 here, there's a 5 here. Quest completed. Follow the path. I guess I did that. Even though I didn't finish the whole path, it counted because I reached the end of it? Interesting. Maybe there is some significance to this being the end of the path. Right, because that's where we're supposed to get the map. These 4 digits are 2. Oh, okay, so that's a 2. 4, 8, and 9. And the center cell of the palindrome can be anything because, well, it's not on either side of anything except itself. There's a 6 up here. There's a 7 up here. Where does the 6 go in the middle? The 6 has to be here. So that shows us one of the 3s. Right, I got the 6 here. I got the 7s here. I got a 6 here. 7's here. 7's here. That looks about right. 6 up here. Which isn't near that 7 anyways. So there's one here, one here. I think that's all of the 6s. And the remaining 7s would be up here somewhere. Which wouldn't be near any of the 6s anyways. I don't think we can use that as a deduction anymore. Ah, the only place for a 5 in this box is here. So that means this cell has to be a 5. Putting 4s and 5s here. Ah, we got a coin. We found all the coins in the homestead. Cool. I guess there was only one. This is 489 by row. Oh, right, and this other cell then has to be a 5. Anyways, whether or not we actually killed the enemy. So the rest of these are 1, 3, 4, 8, 9. Can't be a 3 here. Putting a 3 here in one of these two cells, which means there has to be a 3 in the middle of this box. Ah, that makes this a 5-7 pair, which means this is also 1, 4, 8, or 9. Well, everything else in this box is 1, 4, 8, 9. Not that that's especially helpful, and all things considered. There has to be a 4 over here. This is a 3, 4 pair. What that 6 is, we've narrowed down all the 7s. We've looked at 5s. There's got to be a 5 in one of these two cells. Oh, there we go. So there's a 5 here, which means this one can't be a 5. That's the 7. This is a 5. Putting a 7. Whoops, 7 here. Ah! And there's the rest of the map. Interesting. You found a map clearing all fog from this grid. Fantastic. So we can do a little more. We have the rest of the 3s quite plainly visible. The forest. We missed the trees for the forest. Don't be fooled by your assumptions. Some icons may not have any significance. This is just a 3. Let's see, what else? So, if you want to watch me fight this enemy, then you can click on the thing. Or, I guess I'll put a link in the description if that doesn't work. The next thing we need to do is fight this boss, though. We cannot skip the boss, so I will be putting the boss solved into this puzzle. Or into this video. I will be putting the boss solved into this video, so... I don't know if there's anything else we can do yet, so... We can put a 7 in one of these two cells. Doesn't help. Oh, there's a 6 here, which puts a 6 here. That's all the 6s placed. And the 7s are still ambiguous. Oh, wait, no, there's a 7 here. I'm just gonna solve the boss puzzle. Leaping Jackal. Having gotten your bearings, you can see you're in a clearing where you were supposed to meet your father, but there's no sign of him. Well, there is one sign. Your stomach lurches to see a light trail of blood leading deeper into the woods. You advance towards it, but a dark shape pounces from the side and it tackles you. A large jackal skids to a stop as you get to your feet. It hops from side to side in anticipation. and you can tell it will not leave you alone. Sudoku, it's a 6x6. Inequality. A double chevron between two cells points to the greater of the digits in those cells. So it's kind of a reverse inequality. This is greater than this one. These have to be an ascending sequence. So these could be 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 4, 5, 6. 5, 4, 3. 4, 3, 2. And 3, 2, 1. Because these are the longest sequences, they have to be the most useful to work with. These need to be low digits. These need to be high digits. These 4 cells cannot be 6s because they are necessarily less than some of the other cells, but that doesn't really help us. Oh, right. These 4 digits cannot be 1 or 6, which means these two have to be 1 and 6 in some order, which means these digits need to be 2 through 5. These need to be the 2 of the... Well, they cannot be 2. One of these will have to be a 2. And... which means one of these will have to be a 1. If it's this one, then... if there's a 1 here, then this becomes 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Well, in fact, where does this 6 go in this box? It can't go here. It can't go in here, and it can't go here either. Right, by what I previously described, the 6 can't go here, so this is a 6. 5, 4, and 3. Knocking off one possibility for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this has to be the 5 then. Because... yeah, this is the 5. And this also has to be less than 4. So this is a 1, 2, and a 3. Putting a 3, 2, and a 1 here. And that's also a 4, 5, or 6. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5. Making this 1, 2, 5. Whoops. 5, 6. 4, and 3 here. And with the right side done, we can easily narrow down the left. Let's look at these rows first, because they have the most constraints on them. These are 1, 2, and 4. The 2 in the points cannot be the 1, so this has to be a 1. These 2, well, let's look up here. These are... well, the least of the remaining digits has to be in this cell. So this has to be a 3, and these have to be 4 and 6 in some order. So a digit less than 4, these have to be 1, 2, or 3. And this one could be less than 6. We don't really know about it. These are 3, 5, and 6. This one can't be a 3. So this one has to be less than this, and it can't be 6, but it has to be 5 and 6. 4 and 6, 2, 4. This has to be less than 4, which it already is. These 3 are 1, 2, and 5. So this is 2 and 5. Putting a 1 here. 2 and 5. Again. These are, let's see, what am I missing? 3. There's a 3 here. There's a 4 here. There's a 1 here and a 6 here. Finally resolving that last pair that we had. You climb to your feet, heart pounding, and stand over the fallen beast. You can continue searching for your father, but you begin to suspect that the search may be in vain. Ooh, spooky. You defeated the boss and unlocked jump inequality. We learned how to jump. Yippee! Yay! Enter 8 into the boss cell of the forest. So this one we have to do. So that is an 8. We have now jump shoes as portrayed by... oh, I have to go back down. tried by inequality. A triangle between two cells has an edge towards the greater of the values in those cells. So that means the point is on the smaller side and the edge is on the larger side. Which is the way you to think about it. Like this one has to be smaller than this one. Like these two digits have to be 4, 5, 8, or 9. And this one has to be the larger one, so it cannot be 4. And this one has to be the smaller, so it can't be 9. Regular inequality stuff. Though if you watched me solve the monster cell, you would already know what the digit is. But I'm not going to be using that information because I'm not a baby. And I can solve my own Sudokus. These three digits are 1, 2, and 5. These four digits are 1, 3, 4. Not 3. Where's the? Oh, right. I keep forgetting the threes are surrounding me. 1, 4, 8, and 9. Yeah. So this one can't be. This one is the larger side, so it cannot be 1. And this side has to be smaller than 8 or 9, so it cannot be 9. Hmm. So far, this whole jumping thing isn't really doing much for me. I do a lot better when it's leaping, usually through time, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. We haven't placed a single 8 or 9 in the grid, have we? I guess that's why this is given to us, because there's no other way to do it. Um, these four digits are 2, 5, 8, and 9. Of course they are. 1, 8, 9, 2, 9, 2, 5, 8, 9. I don't think there's anything we can get out of this, except for the inequality. Let's see, in this column we have 1, 7, 8, and 9. Well, this can't be an 8, and this can't be a 1 because it needs to be the greater. These digits are 2, 4, 7, 8, and 9. This can't be 9 because it needs to be the smaller. So this could be 9 and 7. These are 1, 2, 4, and 9. We've got a few 2s, but not enough to actually place anything yet. We can put a 2 up here, I guess. Not that that's really useful. Got all the 6s, we got some 5s, we have a single 4. There's a 1 here. Oh, here we go. There's a 1 in this column, which pulls a 1 out of this cell, I guess. This one's here and here. There can't be a 1 here, I guess. Do we have to use this one here on the edge? I might be able to eliminate the 1 from this cell, but in the original Sudokuvania, you could have the digit 0 outside of this grid. So technically, this could still be a 1. As much as I would like to get rid of that, I cannot. Do I take an enemy digit? That would make things a lot easier. Yeah, but I don't. My pride. Let me try a little bit harder, and then you can give it to me, okay? Ah, there we go. There has to be a 5 in one of these two cells, pulling a 5 out of that, which means that there has to be a 1 here. And we know there's a 1 here, so there's a 1 here. And indeed, there does have to be a 1 here. Secret areas may exist where a clue would otherwise be unfillable. We never know what they might contain. I think this cell, this secret area contains a digit that is less than 1. Ooh, is that a donut? It is a donut. Yummy. Tasty snack. I'll have that. Eats a donut off the ground, I guess. The delicious forest donuts. Well, I guess it's outside of the forest, so there's a 2 there, 5 there, putting a 2 here, and a 5 here. We still have a 4, 8, and a 9. Pretty ambiguous in this area. These two cells, with this 7, 9 pair, means these are 2 and 4. Yes, so this is, right, and this is the 8. A 9, 8's here, 4 and 9, 9 here. Okay, things are starting to come apart. It looks like this guy has a little party hat. You see it? He's got like a little triangular hat. These digits are 2, 4, 8, 7, 9. We still haven't done all of the 7s yet. Interesting. And the last 2s are also disambiguable. 4s. Oh, wait. Oh, no. We have 4s in all of these cells, actually. Let's call 4, 5, 8, 9. Let's just pencil mark all of these cells. So this one is 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9. Cool. Not a 6 or 3. Right, by box. 2, 4, 8, 9. And these two are 1, 3, 4. Not 3. The 3s have already all been placed. Well, almost all of them. 7, 8, and 9. Oh, right. That puts 1s. Is that the last one? Yes, it is. 2, 4, 5, 7, 9. Ah, right. This cannot be 8, because if it is, then this would be an 8, 9, which would eliminate all possibilities from here. So this can't be 8. I don't know if that actually helps me, but it is something. This is 5, that's a 4. Ah, if this is a 5, then these are both 4s, but that eliminates both candidates from this column. So this does indeed have to be 9. There we go. I figured it out without your help. Thank you. We've correctly filled all the enemies and or bosses. Putting 8, 4, 5, 7, 9, and the rest of the grid should just fall apart. 4. We found all the coins. 9, 4, 9, 3, 9, 8, 4, 3. Oh, and down here, 4, 3. Wait, you can't see that, can you? And down here, 4, 3. Completing the homestead grid. And then 7, 9, 4, 2, 5, 8, 7, 4, 2, 4, and 8. Yippee! Congratulations, you have completed the prologue. These memories will serve you well on your journey through Sudokuvania in Sudokuvania, Lineage of Logic. Coming to Sudoku Pad Spring 2026. I guess it's pretty close. But yep, that's everything. Well, apart from whatever else might be in this fog, but I don't think there's anything else up. So this was only 2 grids, but as you might have seen earlier, this Sudoku 2 grid is quite a bit more expansive. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it expands on these ideas and where it goes. I want to explore what happened to my father. Ah. Anyway, until then, もうその時間でしょ. Oh, Ezemy.